Hello, my name is Cynthia Cook. I'm a graduate student at the University of Texas San Antonio. The focal point of the study is to determine if ability grouping in first grade provides needed repetition and reinforcement for low achieving students and an advanced level instructions to high achievers. Past research has opposing views regarding such tracking. I will research if ability grouping affects reading levels. I will place students of similar academic performance into groups, such as low-performing students, average-performing students, and above-performing students to see if grouping them this way will increase their reading levels over a one-year school period. My goal is to begin with opposing views in past grounded research to test existing theories and ability tracking of my own students. The following question will form the basis of this research study. What is the effect of ability tracking on the reading levels of students in first grade? Proponents of ability grouping believe that the practice allows teachers to scaffold instruction to meet students' needs and in turn improve student performance. Opponents believe that ability grouping not only fails to benefit students, but also widens the gap for minority and low socioeconomic students. They believe that this type of tracking places these students into a labeled group where they receive a lower quality of instruction than the high ability students. The purpose of this study is to derive a theory directly from the data collected in a natural setting and to describe and make interpretations about the current status of individuals and small group settings. I will conduct this ethnography by using a homogeneous sampling. I will research if ability grouping affects reading levels, so I will place 4 students of similar academic performance into 5 groups, such as low-performing students, average-performing students, and above-performing students, to see if grouping them this way will increase their reading levels. I will keep data on students' observations and how they interact with the text using a checklist, such as, are the students engaged in the text? Are they off task? Did they comprehend the text well, or did they struggle within the text? I will then have to group 4 students into different ability of 5 groups and compare the data. Since there will be 2 different focus groups for the study, I will do the first 2 semesters of the school year, 18 weeks, with the same ability grouping, then the last 2 semesters, also 18 weeks, with mixed ability group, and focus on confirming and disconfirming sampling to compare data collected at the end of the school semester. This research will be conducted during the 2017-2018 school year in my first grade classroom during our guided reading block. Each group meets for 20 minutes per day, 5 days per week. For each reading level in Fontes and Pinnell, there are 2 books, one nonfiction and one fiction. I will have each student in each reading level group read the same book and administer the same comprehension test to compare the data. At the end of the study, for reliability purposes, I will graph each student's reading level numerically by administering a given test to each group of participants. I will take the first and last test of each semester and calculate a reliability coefficient between the 2 sets of scores into a bar graph. By reviewing these scores for each semester, I will be able to compare if likability or different ability tracking increases reading levels and performance of students. To ensure the trustworthiness of my data, I will keep a record of beginning, concurring, and ending reading levels of each student in the group in my tier processes. I will record what skills each group is studying, the literature accessed and used, and continually graph my data into tier process over the course of the study, documenting changes that occur in the setting and how these changes affected the way I approached the study. Thank you for listening to my proposal for ability tracking research.